Welcome to Real People, Real Matters. This is Diana Tulchinsky with my first guest, Kate Mazhuha. Kate, please tell me where you're born in Ukraine.
First of all, thank you so much for having me. And I was born and raised in Chernihiv, Ukraine, and it's not a big city, and it's one of the oldest cities in Ukraine, and it's like around 2 hours to Kyiv, capital of Ukraine.
And tell me, what was your background like in early childhood? Were your parents encouraging you to draw?
I can't say that they did that encourage me, but I do remember I always had a lot of coloring books, and when I didn't have them, I would draw wherever I wanted, like animals, cars, cartoon characters appeared on my paper sheets, and I used colored pencils, crayons, and watercolor. And you know, I do remember once I didn't have a brush, but I had watercolor and a strong feeling that I need to draw something. I watched a TV show where somebody made a brush using cat's tail's fur. And I can say only one thing. Poor my grandmom's cat. And the tail I made, the brush I made using his tail wasn't so good. And I remember even being at the first grade, my classmates always asked me to make drawings for them during art classes. And I had like around 10 or like 12 minutes in the end of the class just to start and finish my own drawings.
And Kate, tell me where you went to high school. Like, were you preparing to be an artist? Like, did you have like a repetition with tutors?
No, it was just a regular school. Nothing. Just I don't know, like probably art and making drawings and like paintings. It's just a passion of mine.
Interesting. And then do you have a bachelor's in fine arts in Ukraine?
So I finished college first of all, and I got a floristry degree, and probably during that time I learned a lot about plants and making floral compositions, and probably it has an impact on my arts. And after college, I enrolled to Kyiv National University of Culture and Arts, and there I learned about paintings, how to make drawings and all that stuff, design, and I would say that even when I was enrolling to the college, to the university, I remember like at first time I thought like I'm good at art just because relatives and friends told me like my drawings look good. But it was my big mistake, just because I saw during our art exam, future students were told to make a drawings of still life and another piece using graphite. And in the end of the exam, we had to show our drawings to the teacher, and I looked around and felt like I want to vanish from this class as soon as possible just because my drawings didn't look well. And since that time, I had a strong feeling that I needed to improve, and in the end of that, I got a degree with distinction. So I always try to make everything better, to improve my skills and all that stuff.
Why were you passionate about flowers? Like, tell me the story behind that, like the background of you being a florist.
Probably just because I do believe I do like being in nature, and I admire nature. I can say that for me, nature is something amazing. Like, you know, you can smell, you can touch, you can admire all the colors. And maybe just because of that, when I go to the forest or like meadows, it's like, I don't know, I can be there like for a very long time and take a bunch of pictures, a lot of them.
And tell me, like, were you helping students or like basically adults with landscape, or did you have a colonial in, I guess, like in Ukraine, like where you helped adults and you helped citizens out? I
can say only I helped. I was in I worked like a volunteer.
Volunteer, yes.
Yes. So I would say, okay, kind of short story.
Yes.
When I quit my last job, it was like far away, long ago, and I felt like I was done with looking for another job. And I wanted to, when I was making paintings for myself or as a gift, I felt more happier. And I do believe when, if we have like, and when we have jobs which we like and do with a passion, we will have more happier society. And I started knocking on different doors to different art organizations. Just because I also knew that I didn't have money to start my art business, and I know that no one wouldn't help me with that. So some doors were open to me, and I was invited to different also art exhibitions. And members of some organizations, they saw my passion and responsibility, and I was invited to be a member of the non-governmental organization Women of Union of Chernihiv Region.
Oh, nice.
Union of Women of Chernihiv Region. And in a year, I became a leader of their art branch, and I started working with talented people, also artists and people who make craft-made things. And this role was on a volunteer basis, and also I wasn't paid for this role.
Oh, nice.
So I just did like working with talented people and tried to also help them to achieve some art goals. And in 5 years, my branch became more successful, recognizable, and in 2016, I got an award for Woman of the Year from the City Council of my city and non-governmental organization Union of Women of Chernihiv Region. So I can say that I helped just to make some exhibitions for the city and for talented people. I tried to communicate them or like looked for some opportunities for them and as for me as well. We did a lot of networking, workshops and exhibitions in general.
Oh, and then tell me how you met your husband.
We started communicating on social media. He texted me first, and we didn't know each other before. From the beginning. But our conversations helped me, and his support helped me when my dad passed away, and then I supported him when his dad passed away. Oh. And he visited Ukraine several times. I mean, visited me being in Ukraine. And, he asked me to move to the United States several times, but when you move to another country, it's like a huge step in your life. First of all, you don't have anyone here. Like, I mean, no family, no friends, no one. You don't know anything about life. Just because when you go to a country as a tourist, it's like kind of different when you move to the country. And I also asked him to move to Ukraine and be with me there. But I can say he wins, and I gave up saying that, okay, I would like to and I want to be with you, so I'll move to the United States. And since 2019, I moved and have been living here.
Oh, nice, nice. And tell me the story of how you made your first painting for your husband.
Yeah, so one part of my life, I worked like a military artist as well.
Oh, nice.
So, first, since I moved here, first month, he asked me to make a painting for his friend's birthday. And the theme for the painting was new for me. It had to be military painting. And what did I know about military when I, always surrounded by flowers and like nature? I did nothing. And my husband, he's a veteran, and he asked me, he told me a lot of things about military. He spoke to me about mottos, branches, what else, firearms. So I listened to him and I started working on painting. And interesting thing that When the painting was done, some people also saw it. I shared it on social media, and people reach out to me asking for their own military paintings, which was also interesting and kind of new for me. So.
Interesting, interesting. And then, like, were you making portraitures for people or just like in commission?
I can do everything, and I can work with, I would say, also different styles and art supplies, materials. But oils, it's my like passion. I know how it looks like on canvas. I know I like to work with oils on canvas, and so yes, I can do wherever someone would like to see.
And
But my own style, yes, and my floral paintings, it's a passion of mine.
interesting. So, is this an oil painting or
Yes,
acrylic?
Oil.
And like, what is the difference between watercolor and oil? Like the medium. Like, how heavy is it? Like, how good of a landscape do you get in oil versus acrylic? Like, why is that your favorite?
For me, it's like two different,
Mediums?
techniques. Yes, and mediums as well. I don't know, like just like
Oils
Yeah, I
are the
tried
best.
watercolor, charcoal, what else? Acrylic as well. But oils, I don't know. Just probably you have some time to fix something.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it
Yes.
dries for a long
Yes.
time, which also sometimes helpful. And it looks better for me.
And were you like inspired by weddings or anything like that? Like a wedding or a celebration, like to start your first floral composition, or is this your background?
So I probably say how I started. Yes.
Yes, yes.
So-
Tell me the story of your first painting like this.
So I would say that rough time helped me.
Yeah.
I had like a rough time for a very long time, and I spent a lot of time being outside, also taking pictures of flowers, some things laying on the ground, and I also spent a lot of time being next to my easel and working on paintings, which helped me to reduce a little bit stress. So I was also trying to find my own style, and I wanted to make something realistic and abstract at the same time. And for my first painting using this style, I made a glass painting. And then it was my first floral painting. But I wasn't sure that somebody would like my new style and my art in general. So I placed my paintings somewhere in the corner of the room, and soon I forgot about them. Till that moment when my husband posted it on social media, picture of floral composition. And people loved it, and I got a positive feedback. Everyone told me to keep working, to keep making paintings using my style, and it encouraged me. Like I still grateful for everyone who took time to write down a nice comment, who liked, and who supported me. So since that time, I would say it was on 2020, I started working on my floral compositions, floral paintings, and sometimes I try to find some ways or some subjects for my paintings. So I also made once again glass paintings and berries paintings as well.
And how do you pick the colors for a painting, like your composition? Like, like you have an inspiration of a color palette, or just like the color theory, or your own personal type of style? Like you see like something you like, and has this been exhibited anywhere?
Yes, it has. And talking about colors, so first of all, nature inspires me, and I have a background with floral things and composition. So I kind of see, which color will look better. I even don't know how to explain that. And talking about exhibitions and all this stuff, so my first exhibition was done in Elgin Side Street Studio Art Gallery. And it was my first experience, and to be honest, I did like it. It was not a solo exhibition, it was a group exhibition, and my painting was win kind of was picked like a judge's runner-up for Best in
okay.
Show. And later I was invited to do a podcast for Side Street Studio Arts, and it also kind of inspired me to keep working, to keep looking for opportunities to share and show my paintings. And later I also participated at group exhibitions in Oak Park Art League and Brushwood Center of Ryerson. But was very important exhibition was done in Side Street Studio Arts as well, and titled Home. For this exhibition, I made a special paintings, Flowers for Ukraine. And this exhibition featured works by Elgin High School students and two Ukrainian artists, me and Sergei Dobrinov. He lives in Ukraine still. And our artworks concerned about the war in Ukraine, struggles of refugees, homelessness. So for me, this exhibition was very important. And then I had exhibition at solo exhibition at Algonquin Public Library. I also did like this experience, so I kept sending offers to display my paintings. And later, I was invited to do a solo exhibition at Barrington Area Library, where also I was invited there to share how I work on paintings to the audience. So everyone who were there, they can, use a brush. I told them about some skills, how to work with oils, and everyone could be an artist for some time. And also last year, Barrington Area Library invited me to be a speaker for TEDx, and I was really happy to share my art journey to everyone, and yeah, it was something amazing for me.
Can you tell me, how does this, like, with kids that are traumatized with the war, how does, artwork or anything, beautiful, distract them from their daily life or brightens their future?
So, yes, I noticed that since the war has started, a lot of artists started working with, started making paintings, drawing some tanks, weapons, which I definitely don't like. So I try to bring something beautiful to this world, not those things which destroy everything around us. So even to think, I was asked, to draw something about war or and there to donate those paintings or share somewhere. I've been donating my paintings to people to raise some money for people in need in Ukraine. But making, I don't know, during the war, destructive things, it's
useless.
Not for me.
Yes.
Yeah. People have been faced every single day with terrible things, and to remind them about those terrible things, making paintings, I don't think that it's a good idea.
Was it difficult to leave Ukraine, during the wartime? And
it's really difficult because my family is still there, and I think living in Ukraine, everyone can be a refugee or homelessness, just in a snap.
Yeah.
And I can imagine how suffer people have been faced since the war has come. And I check every single day news from Ukraine, and every single day I see destroyed houses, homes, and I completely understand that there are also destroyed lives. And for me, I can understand and I can imagine, you live, you build a family, you, I don't know, buy a house, cars, make some money for your future, but somebody thinks that probably you don't deserve it, you don't deserve to live, and just in a moment he takes everything from you with beloved ones. And I think that these circumstances words
Yeah.
to compare with dictators or something like that.
Yeah, like I was born in the capital of Kyiv.
Mhm.
I'm third generation Ukrainian, but yeah, it was very difficult to see that war. How did you like the Glenview art exhibition when you exhibited here in our land?
Yeah, I do like it, by the way. And I shared my paintings, and I also got positive feedback. Thank you so much, guys, for everything, for all kind words. And I also like Glenview. It's a nice city, by the way, beautiful. And when I always drive here, like, I admire by buildings and everything around here.
Interesting. And then like how did you like our resources, like your art exhibition reception?
Yes, and by the way, I do like, and I can say that I've been displaying my paintings to a lot of places, and I've scheduled my solo exhibition till the end of this year. But if someone would like to see my paintings, I will say yes, I don't mind. I would like to because I make my art for people. So it's for me, it's the main reason to share my paintings, and I also pay attention what people say about my art. So I noticed some more colorful paintings is more interesting for audience. So
And like how did you pick these colors and like the background? Do you work in digital art or is this all through art perception?
art perception, and as I said before, like I take a lot of pictures of flowers, so it's helpful. Believe me.
And tell me about your fundraising for Ukraine. How many donations do you donate paintings or
Yes,
to?
I did. So I donated 2 paintings and a lot of different prints of my paintings. So I guess there were 3. I don't remember. Sorry about that. I know that from the beginning, first year, there were a lot of different art festivals. So when I saw like somebody try to find some artworks to for raising some money for people in need or for like some things for Ukrainians. So I always reach out to organizations and told them that I would like to donate my art. Like, why not?
And what is your exhibitions? Where are they until the end of the year? Like, where are you displaying?
So I also have done exhibitions at Schaumburg, Wheaton, where else? Evanston. And a new experience was for me at Woodstock at Autumn Art Tour. So it was like my paintings were displayed in a building where where was filmed Groundhog Day, popular movie,
Oh,
do you know?
nice.
And last year there was filmed another movie, Reparsing for Christmas, I guess. And so my next exhibition is gonna be on also in libraries in Illinois, and I haven't participated. I haven't had any experience doing art fairs here. So I also invited to do an art fair at St. Charles. So I'm waiting. Really, I would like to try. I never done anything like that, so it's gonna be a new experience. And I applied to a lot of different art festivals during this year. So I'm waiting for reception.
And do you have a name for this painting, or do you?
Yeah, I do. The Fairy's Touch.
Fairy.
Yes.
Touch. Kate, please tell me the process of making this beautiful painting.
Thank you. Thank you for asking. So from the beginning, I take, as I said, like a lot of pictures of flowers. So it helps me to figure out the best, color, the best shape of flower. And from the beginning, I make canvas and frame by myself. And I make a sketch using pencils, and then I start working with oils. It takes like a lot of time just because sometimes I need a kind of little bit break just because to figure out does this color works best or it doesn't. It looks better or not. And to make all those tiny details, it also takes like a lot of time. So I would say that to make a painting also depends on the scale, like how large it is and how many tiny details do I have to paint. It takes like around from 50 hours until like 100.
Wow.
So yeah, it depends on the scale and size of the painting and how many details and it's time like when I just next to the painting, like when I just work, sit, and I can spend like several hours in a row working on paintings, and then I just need a break to figure out is it like looking okay or not. And the light also means a lot, just because we can see the color a little bit differently when we use light from the window, or it's like from somewhere else.
And tell me, do you how do you make those details? Do you have a microscope that you use or anything like that?
You just stand too close to the canvas. Yeah, and sometimes at the end I even feel like pain in my head, just because working with all those tiny details.
And then do you work with composition also, like where you place your flowers?
Yes, composition helps from the beginning when I take pictures. So I kind of try to combine them more interesting. And also composition works when I want to make a sketch. So sometimes I erase everything because if I don't like the flower can be so big, and I don't have a lot of space for other things like abstract things, I'd say. So yes, sometimes it happens. It's a little bit upsets me just because I know that I spend a lot of time and I have to erase everything. But I like when everything is done well. So
Thank you. Thank you for this interesting story about behind your process and your techniques.
Yeah, thank you for asking. I'm always grateful and I'm always happy to share and even like to explain how I work.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. This is Diana Tulchinsky with my guest, Kate. Please watch us again.